Standing behind me is the all-new Infiniti JX. Now, Infiniti has a nice lineup of sport utility vehicles, starting with the EX and FX, which are fine if you have 5 or less passengers. Now, if you want to have a 7-passenger capacity, you have to go up to the QX, but that's a big, heavy truck and kind of costly, also costly at the gas pump. So here's the solution, the JX. This is a luxury crossover competing with the likes of the Audi Q7 and Acura MDX. Has 3rd-row seating, room for 7 passengers, pretty good on the gas mileage too, 20 to 21 miles per gallon average, and rather fun car to drive. So under the hood of the JX is a 3.5-liter V6. This is the same engine that powers the Nissan Altima, Nissan Maxima. It's very tried and true and works great in this vehicle. Produces 265 horsepower, which is not quite on par with the competitors from Acura and Audi, but after driving it all day, I can tell you it's got plenty of power. Now, this is kind of a first for Infiniti because it's a front-wheel drive vehicle with a CVT. That's something that's been around for some of the Nissan vehicles, but a first for Infiniti. And Infiniti really focused on 2 areas, and that is how much room you have in the 2nd row and the 3rd row. As Infiniti puts it, usually being in the 3rd row is kind of the penalty box, but not in this car. There's actually room for a full-size adult. Not exactly the most comfortable place, but better than the competition. Now the 2nd row, as you can see, there's a ton of space here. Granted, this seat's all the way up front, but trust me, there's plenty of room here. But what's really innovative is not just how much room you have, but how easy it is to access the 3rd row. As you can see, it's very easy to access the 3rd row. Just one hand is all it takes. One area that Infiniti addressed with this car is an industry first called a backup collision intervention. So what it does is if you're backing up and a small child, a car, anything comes in the way, this car can sense it. Now, the sensors come basically from this part of the bumper all the way around. So you have like a kind of 180-degree view of anything that comes around, and the car will actually stop. First, it gives you an audible warning, then it gives you a visual warning, and then it'll actually intervene and hit the brakes. The base price on the JX35 is around $41,000 for the front-wheel drive model or $42,000 for the all-wheel drive model. We highly recommend the all-wheel drive model because for an extra $1,100, you not only will get the safety and security of all-wheel drive, it'll help you with resale value. Now, the typical JX that you'll see on the lot should range between $45,000 and $47,000 depending on options. You can actually equip these fully loaded to $55,000. That's right, this particular vehicle we've been driving all day is $55,000. I don't think you need to spend quite that much money. There are a lot of options. Technology package, do you need the rear seat entertainment? Do you need the navigation? That's up to you, but I think you'll find that the average JX on the lot's around $47,000, and that's kind of on par with the competitors from Audi and Acura, maybe about 5% cheaper. We really like this car. I think you should drive all 3 vehicles, maybe even add the XC90 in there to round off the list to 4 vehicles. It would certainly put this car 1st or 2nd place. It really depends on what's important to you. With Infiniti, certainly more than Acura or Audi or Volvo for that matter, they really understand what a luxury buyer is. They know how to treat them, not only when they buy the car, but when it comes to servicing the car. And now with Infiniti Connection, which is a 1-year inclusive service, you just hit a button, a live person comes, and anything you want to do, whether it's schedule an appointment, order flowers, or make restaurant reservations, or get directions, obviously, you can get that done, just a touch of a button. They've really taken telematics to the next level. Again, understanding what the luxury buyer is and how to serve his or her needs.